All right, what's going on, everybody?
430 people, not too bad.
Not too bad.
We're excited to have another premiere night packed with all sorts of great videos. Want to talk a little bit about how the quality of videos is? Because we were both really impressed by that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as just these videos come in, I'm not gonna lie, we didn't try our best to not watch them.
Yeah.
So we watched a lot of the videos.
That's one of our perks
Yeah, I know, right?
of running this whole thing.
So we watched a bunch. We just love the way First is heading with these videos, and just the quality of videos over the past 2 years have just gotten so much better, and it was just awesome to watch. I'm excited to share them with you all tonight.
Absolutely. So kind of the main concept for those of you that are a little bit new, the reason why we did this show originally is because there's a lot of teams that maybe don't get the recognition they deserve because they're not one of those kind of powerhouse teams. So we kind of have this show here where we show what's going to end up being 71 or 72 different teams.
I think 73.
And they're going to have over 500 people watching their video, which is really cool because sometimes that's more views than they'll get on their video otherwise. So the main goal of the show tonight is to kind of celebrate the accomplishments that these teams have put in for the past 6 weeks. So we want to keep it extremely positive and uplifting and just kind of, start the competition season off right.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks just for tuning in. We appreciate your time. We know it's a school night. It's a work night. We'll try to keep it as brief as we can. We'll kind of go over a little bit about each team, show their video, and then just kind of keep the night flowing like that. We'll take breaks as needed. But yeah, so if you've never seen us before, we're Mike and Justin. We run a weekly web show throughout the competition season. You can just go to frctop25.com/watch every Tuesday night at 9. We'll be back here every Tuesday from then on. So welcome, and we hope you join us again. As you probably already know, there's check. That was weird. Are we back?
Rip sound.
You never listen. Maybe you're that much delayed. Sorry about that. I think we're back now.
We're never really sure.
I don't even know what happened.
I should have known.
All right. I think this should be all right. My computer's about to take off. All right. So I think we're back, right? Okay. Just one little adjustment. We're using something a little different. Anyway, so you can get us at that number, 585-326-3030. And you can... I wonder if it's because of those.
Could be. So
It's a little different.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So as far as Mike mentioned, our weekly web show, which counts down the community votes as the top 25 teams in FRC for that given week. So we're making a change to our format this year, which is kind of a big deal. This is our 5th season. So for 4 years, we've done it the same way. And how it used to work in the past is once a team had competed, they were allowed to be voted for the rest of the season. So what that means is if you competed week 1, you were eligible to be voted for week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and so on. So what that means for this year is that each individual week is going to kind of stand alone as its own top 25. So what that means is week 1 is going to have its own top 25, and week 2 is going to have a completely different top 25 for only the teams that competed week 2. So what that means for the most part is that each week you're going to have a brand new list of top 25 teams except in the instance where a team does compete back-to-back, then of course they would be eligible to be voted for again. So kind of one of the reasons behind that change, as much as we love teams like 11-14, 2056, 254, with them in the top 5 all season long, it kind of gets a little anticlimactic talking about the same 5 or the same few teams for 6 weeks or more. So what this is going to do is going to create a new top 25 list for each week, something new and exciting to talk about. And the reason why we're excited about it is because it's just going to give more visibility to teams that deserve it. That's something we're really excited about.
Yeah, and I think it's we personally contacted a few of our close friends and biggest supporters of the show, and just kind of asked what they thought about it. And I mean, just we all kind of seem in agreement that this was like a good thing to do. And as far as like the final top 25, that's something we still need to work out for the end of the season. But on a week-to-week basis, we kind of thought that this would be kind of fun and interesting, and just give more teams the opportunity just to be able to make it into the top 25. So
yeah, so we're gonna have a new, like Mike said, we're working on the details. We do enjoy having the final top 25 of the entire season. We like giving out robot stickers at championship. We like putting the top 25 for the year on our spreadshirt. So we're gonna find a way to continue doing that, but just keep in mind that that's going to kind of be our new format, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to doing that. So just stay tuned for more details as the season gets closer to the end about how that will work towards the end. But it's going to be cool, I think. It's going to be a lot more teams, chances to make their name known.
Yep. So. All right, you want to get this rolling?
Let's do it. Let me just pull up what I need to pull up. Amy. For the first time ever, my fiance is watching the show live. She's here with us today.
She's been our support crew here, but I should mention one of our other biggest support crews, Patrick Flynn, who's really kind of the silent partner. He's in the chat, but it is his birthday today. So happy birthday, Pat, and everyone in the chat should wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he really does help us out an incredible amount. So
Amy, would you grab me like 1 or 2 CDs? All right, so here's how it's going to work. So we're gonna kind of tell you a little bit about the team, and then we're gonna show you their video, and then we're just gonna move on. I think I already said that. It sounds like deja vu. So that being said, our first team up to bat is 3360.
So this is Team Hyperion. The robot's name is Oversteer. You'll be able to see this robot at the Festival de Robotique in Montreal, as well as the Greater Toronto Central Regional. This robot features a 2-speed swerve drive, which was designed by their team, which is really cool. They have a 3-tote stack and autonomous, 5 different autonomous options, ability to stack up to 8 totes with a container on top. They know it's useless. They just find it amazing. The ability to stack over up to 3 totes anywhere on the field. Electronics are all wired with CAN bus, total of 14 Talon SRXs. On low speed, the robot is able to push 400-pound tote on a carpeted surface.
Pretty awesome. Let's check it out.
Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake is all it will take. We'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Remember me for centuries. Mama tied my teenage dreams. No, it's nothing wrong with me. The kids are all wrong, the stories are wrong. Heavy metal broke my heart. Come on and let me in. Bruises on your thighs like my fingerprints. This is supposed to match the darkness that you felt. I never meant for you to fix yourself. Some legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold, but you will remember me for centuries. Just one mistake is all it will take. We'll go down in history. Remember me for centuries.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I know they had their video up online, I think, a little bit before. So many of you have seen that, but it's just the control of the bins that they get is pretty awesome.
Plus, just a great example of just a well done, well shot video.
As we were talking about, sure. Up next, we have Team 4301. It's the New Tech Narcissist. Their robot's name is Nom Nom. They'll be competing at Dallas. So a little bit of blurb about them is they didn't have any of the resources to use rollers on their elevator, so we improvised a solution that glides up and down on nothing but willpower and adhesive back furniture sliders. Interesting. This is our first time having a functional robot more than a day before bag and tag. Field-centric mechanism drive, capable of stacking 6 totes vertically and capping with a recycle container. Variable autonomous modes for allowing placement anywhere on the field.
So how cool is that? This is also our first time having a functional robot more than a day before bag and tag. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Giving teams like this the recognition they deserve.
Yeah.
So let's check out this awesome video.
The New Tech Narcissist.
They say we are what we are, but we don't have to be. I'm bad behavior, but I do it in the best way. I'll be the watcher of the eternal flame. I'll be the guard dog of all your fever dreams. I am the sand in the bottom half of the hourglass. I try to picture me without you, but I can't. 'Cause we could be immortals, immortals, just not for long, for long. Forever now, pull the blackout curtains down, just not for long, for long. We could be immortals,
That's great.
That was really
The
good.
googly eyes, man.
Yeah.
I love when teams can be resourceful about what is available to them, what they can't use, but what they can find instead to use. So that's awesome using those furniture sliders.
And a team that just has looks like they have a lot of fun too, right? So one of the things I've noticed a lot about watching these videos, it's cool. The robots are cool. The videography is cool. But I've also this year especially been interested a lot in where teams end up building and practicing, like where they're shooting this video.
Yeah.
Like they were in like a lobby of maybe their school or the hotel.
Yeah.
Some teams are in a garage. Some teams are in a school. Just really interesting to see all the different places where
Yeah.
teams end up being able to build.
Yeah. Awesome. Up next.
Oh boy. Sorry, old laptop syndrome. So team 3316 Debug, the robot's name is Delrin, one of our Israeli teams that be competing at the Israeli regional. I got to zoom in because this is really small. I'm not smart enough to do that. Oh boy. Sorry guys, got all that dead air.
Gotta love it. You want me to? Oh, you just.
I just can't read it, that's all.
Yeah, I did fit it all in there.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So the drivetrain's a excuse me, a 5-sim H drive powered by Vex Pro single-speed gearboxes with a ratio of 1 to 9.5. Field-oriented control using the the NavX MXP board. A lot of teams using that NavX. It's really going to be interesting to see how that plays out this year. So there's stackers, a pneumatic 3-stage elevator, ratchet and grabber for totes. Pneumatic container grabbers can lift up to 6 totes plus the container. The roller gripper powered by 2 Banebot RS775 motors designed for quick installment and removal of the transportation configuration, something that's really going to, I think, play a big role this year. 8 Colston wheels for superior gripping, able to grab a tote from any orientation, able to eject a stack for cooperation points.
Awesome. So our friends across the ocean, this is cool. I think last year we had like 5 or 6 countries represented on the thing. So here we go. This is 3316.
place to go. Have no place to go. Darling, have no place to go. Have no place to go. Goodbye, baby. Yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm going. Goodbye, baby. Yes, I'm going. Yes, I'm going.
There we go. Oh, maybe we're not as. I did notice that the fuzziness, but awesome job by 3316. I love the curved rollers they have on there. A lot of teams have like the rollers out there, but they're not really curved like that. And then just dropping that stack of 6 on the platform, really cool.
It's good to see another team that planned on picking up the containers when they're tipped over. It's a big, I think, gonna end up being a big thing, especially when line selection rolls around. So great job, Team 3316 Debug.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't forget to mention earlier. Through FRC Designs, my brother is updating the robot release video playlist on YouTube. He's going to update them as they come out, so you can check that out. You can just see all these on there, as well as everybody's across FRC. So cool. Up next, we have some friends that share the Finger Lakes Regional with us. It's Team 229, Division by 0 with the robot Sparrow. We'll see them at the Tech Valley Regional, and they'll be in New York City. They have a custom H-Drive pod to allow the strafing. They have a 2-stage elevator with passive Lexan tabs for totes and metal hooks for clearing the landfill and manipulating the recycle bins. Here's their video. Maneuverability is going to be key this year, especially with, as soon as that platform starts getting some of those stacks up on there. So I think that, a robot like that, I can get around the field in a small amount of space is going to do very well.
Yeah, especially at the higher end events and for the eliminations, right? There's gonna be stacks and stuff everywhere. You're gonna need to be able to kind of get out of some tight spaces. That H-Drive is gonna help out quite a bit.
Yep.
Another great robot from 229, Division by 0.
So this next team kind of set the bar, I believe,
I agree.
last year as far as like reveal videos go. We use them in an example when we announced premiere night for this year. For 4334, the Alberta Tech Alliance has just put out some amazing stuff, and we'll talk about it probably throughout the night. But just the level of competition in Canada is just phenomenal. I think the 1114s, the 2056s, and others up there are just bringing the bar higher and higher. And if, like we say this every year, if you have a chance to get to a Canadian regional, you definitely should go.
We'd love to go.
We do, always.
The teams and the volunteers and the organizers, everybody's incredible. Plus we get to hang out with some awesome teams like this one. So the Alberta Tech Alliance, the robot name is Elevation. You can catch them at Utah.
Your mic wasn't on.
Aww.
There you go. I did most of the talking anyway.
I wasn't saying anything that important anyway. So 433, the Alberta Tech Alliance, the robot Elevation. You can catch them at the Utah Regional and the Western Canada Regional. They're very proud to unveil their second smallest robot ever, Elevation. Elevation is our take on this year's game. They found it deeply troubling and controversial to our traditional strategies and design focuses, which is to say a large amount of robot contact can quite seriously throw the outcome of the match, potentially by wide margins. Through the mentorship of some recent alumni and the support of very generous sponsors, they were able to make what they believe to be their most refined robot to date. I don't know how to say that. SAIT Polytechnic provided us with some awesome build space for our third season. Very important. Laser Equations did the cutting, both laser and water jet, and their financial sponsor GE GE and August Electronics, among others, helped them purchase some COTS components required for elevation. And lastly, Maxim Manufacturing, second year running, saved our bacon with almost no time to spare. Elevation is a six-wheel tank drive with a drop center and 4 Omni wheels on the back and 2 Vex traction wheels in the front. Has a small ball screw elevator with linear steel bearing rail support, a roller intake, and a lifting mechanism that can lift a stack, and both recycling containers and totes. You'll notice the stinger they put on this year. I haven't heard stinger since 2012. The stinger they put on this year and how we use it to flip totes. It was mostly an afterthought of a day of skillful/lucky prototyping. Luck goes a long way sometimes. But it works, and we're very happy with it. So, again, let's see some great...
I think while you were reading, Carly chimed in. It's a do.
Of course.
So without further ado, here's the Alberta Tech Alliance's video for the 2015 season.
Yeah, this is Houston. We're copying. F2, I'm at 1/160th second. Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. Roger, we copy. Pretty good little jump. And step off the limb now. That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
They've done it again.
It's just a confident little guy running around there. He just looks like anything you ask him to do, he can do it.
Love the tote writer. Ding, 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 ding.
Really cool. So
and you were saying it looks like a bomb squad robot, not Team 16, but like a little, like an actual bomb squad.
Yeah, just short and stout, but really a powerful and confident little machine.
Mm-hmm.
And again, great videography, and that's really awesome.
Yeah. All right, up next we have team from the Mar District, Team 1676, the Pascack Pioneers with their robot Reaper. They'll be at the Mount Olive district event. They'll also be up at Waterloo, Water, and they'll be at the Bridgewater Raritan district event as well. They have a 6-wheel West Coast drive with 4 Omni wheels and 2 center traction wheels. The robot uses a winch-powered elevator and a rack and pinion actuated gripper to stack totes and cans. The gripper is able to pick up totes and cans in nearly every orientation. The skivvies for which the robot is named are made out of carbon fiber and will be used to acquire recycling cans from the step. Our autonomous modes will include a mode that stacks 3 totes in the AutoZone and a mode that obtains 2 recycling cans from the step. The external storage of totes in our tote stack autonomous mode will enable us to quickly and successfully contribute to cooperation. No further ado, here's 1676. That was pretty cool.
That was a great
That was
video.
like,
Well done. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, that's a good way to like make your video memorable, by doing just something that nobody else is really
Yeah.
doing. I mean, they're really playing with the theme of the robot and everything. So well done to 1676. And Ryan is one of our mods. Thank you, Ryan.
the Banhammer power.
All right, here we go. And up next, the team.
Oh, he said not hockey sticks, carbon fibers. Nothing wrong with hockey sticks. Just going to throw that out there.
All right, you're up, bro.
So, next team up is Team 2054, the Tech Vikes. The robot name is Foresty. Foresty. You can catch them in Michigan at Kentwood and Grand Valley. And the robot facts, just simply, it's truly, truly outrageous.
No, it's truly, truly, truly outrageous.
You're right.
Sorry.
We'll see.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
There we go. Very cool. It was kind of like as the video started, you're like, oh, and then like
Boom.
then
Yeah.
they showed you everything else. So pretty cool. Well done. I mean, that's a team that I think in our opinion, well, not our opinion, but we didn't really know much about them until they made their
Yeah.
debut on the top.
And I feel like
25.
I remember 2012, they had a robot that to balance other teams would drive on top of, I think. So that was really the first time we've talked about the Tech Vikes ever since. And
Yeah.
the white robots always look so good.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's keep it moving. Up next, we have Team 1540, the Flaming Chickens. The robot's name is Kassar. They'll be out in the Pacific Northwest competing at Oregon City and Williamsville. The robot can build stacks and improve existing stacks, even if they have a container on top. Interesting. Internal elevator quickly stacks up to 5 totes. Internal rollers align totes and eject stacks efficiently. The forklift allows for container stack manipulation. Octocanum drivetrain provides omnidirectional movement and ability to traverse the scoring platform. Pneumatic suspension allows accurate strafing under heavy loads.
So the improving of the existing stacks, I think, is going to be a
gonna be
cool
cool.
feature. So
Yeah.
let's check it out.
Yep.
The bird machine. Check. Check.
I'll just predict it. They're gonna be in the top 25 at least.
At least once.
At least
That
once.
is such a cool robot.
I don't think I've to date have seen a more like finesse manipulation. Of the
Absolutely.
toes.
Makes it look easy. That's
Yeah.
always the key.
And then just being able to take them right as at their level off of the platform and then right back on. Awesome job, guys. Definitely be checking out your district events.
Another good robot from the Pacific Northwest.
There you go. You up.
Next up, we have Team 5030, the second mouse. The robot name is the USS Bialek. You'll be able to catch them at the Tech Valley Regional. The robot is created using C-channel chassis, 2 linear ball screws with speeds of up to 15 inches per second. Bottom feeder, a 6-stacker with a garbage can, 6-inch Mecanum drive with a 12-to-1 reduction. Can stack above 2 totes. In memory of Mr. James Bialek. I hope I got the name right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check it out from Second Mouse.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away. But you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. The time will come when you will have to rise above the rest and prove yourself. Your spirit never dies. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that built this town.
All right. Okay, we're back. Yeah, we were just talking during that. Love how the way it just is like steady at what it does, and like it's just when they're like that, and then they're gonna get them and be able to stack it.
So from the practices that I've seen so far, as far as robots running around, you don't have time to do a lot unless you're really at a different level than everyone else. So robots like that take their time and do it right and not make any mistakes are going to be the ones that are successful. Teams that rush and try to do too much and end up knocking over a tote or a stack, that's going to be a killer. So robots like we just saw from
consistency
from
key,
Second
man.
Mouse are going to be huge.
So up next, you have 3937 Team Breakaway with the robot Samson. We'll see him at the Rock City Regional and the Bayou Regional. And about the robot, they say LEDs. Enough said, apparently. So
We'll see.
Let's see it.
Okay, so they might have been right. LEDs, enough said. Hey, that's a good freaking robot right
I
there.
said wow about 3 or 4 times. I love the different actuations on that robot, the different things they can do. I love how they do the totes the other way. Most teams get them in long hot dog style. They do a hamburger style. Pretty cool.
Yeah,
they can strafe the platform.
So one of the cool thing, and nothing against the Team 3937. Your robot's incredible. But in normal circumstances, I'm not sure I would have clicked to watch that video, right? In the scheme of Chief Delphi robot release videos, that might not be one that I would watch. So that's why I love doing this show. Like, that's an awesome robot, and I'm really glad that over 800 people just got to see how awesome that robot is.
Okay. Up next, I think you're up, right? 2990.
Oh, boy. 2990 Hotwire Robotics. You can catch the robot at Pacific Northwest in Wilsonville and Philomath. Oh, that's
Philomath?
Philomath.
Oh boy.
It's,
We'll just wait for the chat to correct us.
it's tough to say without. Oh boy! All right, so the robot features 4 8-inch mechanism wheels, locking brake system for the forklift at 76 inches tall. Can make any number of stacks and totes with a bin and a noodle. Mainly a feeder station bot, but can go to the step and back as well. 118 pounds. Tote goes through the robot at the feeder station.
Interesting.
Let's check it out.
Very cool.
The noodle cam was awesome.
The noodle cam, loved
that was
it.
pretty cool.
Really maneuverable. Love how they just extend the chute ramp, or pitch, and then they can just do well. Because I think as that slides down, they can get it ready, and the door can be open and just like.
I just have to say they had 2 totes pretty high and also a fair amount of distance away from the robot, but the robot still looked very sturdy and stable.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I don't know how. I don't know how tippy robots are going to be this year, but that one looks like it's not going to have an issue.
Got it.
Oh, I think I beat you to it. We'll see. It was a tie.
It's a tie. All right. So up next we have Team
45-22.
Team Scream 4522 with the robot Kong. They'll be at the Arkansas Rock City Regional and the Greater Kansas City Regional and the Oklahoma Regional. So this is Team Scream's 3rd season. This year's robot Kong is designed to be a tote and container stacking specialist at either the landfill or the human player stations. They pick up the container first and are able to stack totes beneath it. They have a seat belt quote mechanism that clamps down tight on the containers and totes so that we have a complete control of them, which allows us to drive fast across the field without worrying about losing the game pieces. So let's check out 4522. seatbelt.
Clever.
Pretty cool.
That's really cool.
I mean, one of the fastest robots I've seen that can take the stack and run with them.
Plus, when I look at a robot, I like to see like good design choices as far as the aesthetic goes. And they did a great job meshing the support structure of the robot on one side with the elevator geometry on the other side. Like it looks really well put together. Did a great job with that. Awesome looking robot.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Next.
Yep. Go for it.
Next up, we have Team 1648, G3 Robotics. The robot name is Jenga Unchained. Great name. You can catch them at the Georgia Southern Classic Regional as well as Peachtree. That's an 8-wheel West Coast drive with corner omnis, 2-SEM elevator, roller intake, pressure arm to control tall stacks, and they plan on a 3-tote stack autonomous for Georgia Southern Classic. Mad Stacks, yo.
Mad Stacks, yo.
Let's check it out.
All right. Practice spot, man. That's where it's at. Love how, and I mean, we've seen it, but just grabbing the containers and not the straight on orientation is going to be so key.
Plus, they do a great. Their robot, they always look good with the black and red powder coat.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep. Awesome. All right. So up next we have 1860 Cephatron with the robot TCS 10. They'll be at the New York City Regional. Cephatron 1860 presents their newest robot. This is TCS 10, our most incredible and strongest robot ever made. A different way to drive the totes and the recycling containers using a system composited by chains and hooks that grab the totes and recycling containers and lift them. Let's check out 1860. Pretty unique design there.
Yeah, it almost looks like a hay chain elevator that they got going on there. That was really cool. And when that container goes to the top and just kind of tips up, that's really cool.
I mean, there's a team I know there's another team we're going to see that does something similar like that. I'm not going to say anything more, but there is a team coming up that does that. So, great job, guys. Up next, I think it's you.
36.
Get the long ones.
Just you set it up like that. I'll do this one. You'll do this one. I'll do this one.
Dinky dinky bottle of ink.
Exactly.
It is bad. It
All
is
right.
very bad.
Team 3646. Their team name is Integra. The robot's name is Suzanne, and you'll be able to see them at the Orlando Regional. 6 sim drive, 3 tough boxes, 2 for sides and 1 for the middle. 4 4-inch omnis for the sides and 1 6-inch omni for the slide or the strafe. For the intake, they use 2 window motors, connected them with 6-inch high grip with the proper hubs. For the lifting mechanism, they use 4 window motors. 2 window motors are connected to a pipe and 2 other motors to another pipe. The 2 pipes are connected to each other with a special 3D printed pulleys and belts. 4 window motors did a great job preventing backdrive. And lastly, for LEDs, they use plastic covers on LED strips. Also use pistons for our gripper and intake mechanism. So a lot of stuff going on in that robot.
Let's see it. I think you see a lot of LEDs a lot, but I think they did it really well.
And lots of them, too. Like,
Yes.
it's hard to do lots of LEDs well. It was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And we were saying, how many teams had to do what this team did, during build season or during the end? Just the recycling
Yeah.
of the
the
bins.
tote bucket brigade. Just pass it off quickly.
Yeah.
I guess if you're making stacks so fast that you have to recycle them back, that's a pretty good problem to have.
I mean, it was like last year with the big balls too. It was
Yeah.
just you had to throw them down
Yeah.
and get them back. So, all right. Up next, we have Team 1985, the RoboHawks. The robot's name is 5. 7.
Soda.
They'll be competing in St. Louis and Cincinnati. And then the description of the robot is: when you need a hero, you can count on us.
I just want to point out that I had 2 paragraphs. You had 10
A sentence.
10 words.
All right, here we go. All right, and we're
Forget it, you can't swim!
no, we weren't laughing at the robot. We were just laughing at the next. Okay, anyway.
Because the one I have to read next is another paragraph and a half. But that robot.
Yes. So for 1985, I think it's great, and I was going to comment on the last robot. Just the amount of mechanism you need out further away is just getting less and less as years go on and on. And
Yeah.
just they can play the game, play it well. They can manipulate the game pieces, and that's what you got to do.
I wonder how many teams. I'm sure a lot of teams planned it, but I don't know how many teams planned on having their container mechanism and their tote mechanism separate. And then when their stacks got high enough, they're like, "Oh, we can also use our container mechanisms to kind of support the top of that, just like that did."
Yeah.
So I wonder how many teams kind of fell into that just by the nature of the design or specifically planned for it.
Yeah. Before we go no further, we got to give our shout out to Lavelle, one of our biggest
Our biggest fans.
on our team.
Lavelle.
So there you go.
The self-proclaimed Snapchat game is so strong. But
Yeah.
Lavelle's a good kid.
All right, so up next we have Team 868.
So the Tech Hounds, the robot's name is Sentinel. You can catch them at the Indianapolis District event, the Purdue District event, the Indiana District Championship, and the First Championship, TBD. Robot facts. Decimator, Rogue, Certified Slayer, leader of the Autobots. Sentinel strikes with precision and deadly force. Fast, nimble on his wheels, he cannot and will not concede to any enemy. His intake wheels, Requiem sword, and diffraction shield can handle massive weights without deflection or struggle. He conforms to a 78-inch height limit to avoid any suspicion by the Decepticons. Maneuvering between the forces of evil and his allies without breaking a sweat, Sentinel is not stopped by any obstacle in his path, whether it be a massive step or a piece of litter. However, despite his ferocity, Sentinel guides his loyal Autototes and Autobins with his committed sidearms. Ratchet and Ironhide to a higher, stable home on the scoring platform. Sentinel outshines any robot with all of his spark, with LEDs encasing his perimeter as a warning. It was once said that his sheer brightness blinded an entire opposing alliance with a single flash. Others fainted at the sheer intelligence of his autonomously controlled onslaughts. CNC'd and assembled by his student bots, he's a pure manifestation of dedication to STEM changing life. The fembots cannot resist his chiseled back and piercing gaze. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Tech Hounds. Any similarity between Sentinel and the Transformers is purely coincidental.
Disclaimer there.
Let's check it out.
Wow, pretty creative in that video.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Another great robot from our last year's Alliance partners at Championship, 868, the Tech Hounds.
That's right. Great job, guys. Thanks. Good description. Great robot. Up next, we have Team 4513. It is the Circuit Breakers with the robot Clork. They'll be in the Pacific Northwest competing at West Valley and the Central Washington University event. From a 35 student and 3 mentor team in Medical Lake, Washington, comes their robot for this year's Game Recycle Rush. Clork is a forklift-style robot with multiple auto routines that has extending arms for grabbing totes and containers in any orientation, and it is able to stack 6 high with a container on top, and can also auto-align itself to the totes for easy grabbing and going. So let's check out the Circuit Breakers.
We are not just building a robot. We are building relationships, aspirations, futures, and dreams. But most importantly, we are building a team that builds a robot. We are 4, 5, 1, 3.
Very cool.
Great robot. 35 students, 3 mentors. That's a great robot.
Another maneuverable robot to get around the field. Great job.
And a great video. And they had time to make a nice video. I know a lot of good teams that didn't have time to make a nice video.
Yes, that's true.
So very good job.
All right, buddy, you're up. 1747.
Harrison Boiler Robotics. The robot name is Scorpio. You can catch them week 1 at Indianapolis District, week 4 at Purdue District, and then TBD, state champs, and first champs. So the drive is a 6 4-inch Dura Omni wheels, 4 lateral, 2 for strafe, belt driven, 3 tough box mini, 8.45 to 1 sim and mini sim in each, 3 removable drive pods by 6 1/4 bolts with rib nuts. Rib nuts are actually really cool. I did some more research on that today. The frame is 40 inches by 28.5 inches. Sorry, it's really small. 5 inches tall. Or 5 feet tall. Overall height is 6 feet 5.5 inches. Lower frame is 1/16 in some sections, stuffed with pine for support. Little wood there. Stuffing them prevents crushing the frame and over tightening. Vertical frame is 1/20th box channel with 090 plates on the side. Lift V-bearing rail system. 2 lengths of chain top to bottom. 1 short length connecting lift to the gearbox. 3 sim and a single speed gearbox. 12.75 to 1 tough box. Additional 20. Sorry if I'm reading that wrong. 21 to 22 external. About 64 inches of travel. PID control with set positions. Max speed 3 feet per second. It handles totes 5+1 and a container. Loading totes through the lift. Well, that's cool.
1747. Very cool. One of the lowest ground clearances, I think, that's out there for this year so far, but handles the platform fine. I think it was really cool because a lot of times people take videos the up way with their smartphone, and I think that was cool that they did like 3 shots wide of that. And you kind of, it's a cool way to use that.
But the robot looked really confident, clean.
Yeah,
very very well done. Mm-hmm. Look forward to seeing it at the Indianapolis and Purdue District events.
Mm-hmm. Up next, we have Team 706, the Cyberhawks, with their robot, the Fuchsia Inferno. They'll be at the Wisconsin and Queen City regionals. They're using Omni Wheel Slide Drive as their drive train. In order to pick up the containers, they use a conveyor belt system that contains hooks for each of the containers to rest on. They have a pneumatic claw in the back that picks up the bins. It's mounted on a winch, which allows them to adjust the height of the bin. So let's check out the Cyberhawks. Well, color us impressed.
That is awesome. Cyberhawks, we've seen them. We were at Buckhead with them
Must have been, yeah.
last year or 2 years ago, and they've been in the top 25 a few times. What another great robot! Holy cow! I don't think I've seen a robot that can so confidently at the same time pick up totes in two different orientations.
Talk about like helping the landfill and all that.
No kidding.
And then I love how their container manipulator came out, purposely knocked it over, then went back down, picked it up, and then just wow. Well done.
Awesome. Another great robot from Team 706,
Check
the
them out at
Cyberhawks.
Wisconsin and Queen City.
Another.
Buddy, you're up. With our other friends, we met a couple years ago.
Team 1806, SWAT. The robot's name is Deep Freeze. You can catch them at Kansas City, Greater Kansas City, and Oklahoma. They have a 2-stage pickup, arms actuated with pneumatics, 72 inches tall. They can stack 6 totes with a recycling container. Can stack yellow totes on the step for the all-important co-op bonus. 6 tote stack in about 30 seconds. That's really impressive. A cage for tote stability, 2-sim drivetrain with 4 traction and 4 Omni wheels, 4-chain, a chain-driven drive and lift, spray painted black because powder coating is too mainstream. Looks like a refrigerator. Looks awesome. Fantastic.
All right, let's check it out. Team SWAT. Very cool.
I wish my refrigerator looked that cool and was that.
Wasn't they awesome?
and was that
Man, I can
capable.
really use those those bananas off the bottom shelf. I love
Awesome.
we've seen it. A lot of the teams are doing like the the powered off onto the platform. That's that's really cool.
Yep.
Well done. All right. Up next, we have 26. Now, here's a long one for me.
Finally.
Team 2607, the Fighting Robo Vikings. Their robot's name is the Papal Bull Mark II. They'll be at the Hatboro Horsham and the Upper Darby Mar District event. Their robot utilizes position feedback extensively and some clever software for precise omnidirectional control, even under shifting loads with Mecanum, as well as for position control to hold off the linear elevator. 4 shifting gearboxes give drivers the ability to quickly get into a field position in high gear while also retaining the high-fidelity control of low gear operation. A NAV6 gyroscope and position feedback from drive wheel encoders allow for consistent robot movements during autonomous mode. A 3-stage cascading linear elevator keeps center of gravity low for most operations while still allowing the robot to utilize the maximum height. It also makes going through doors a lot easier with the robot on the cart. Three-tote autonomous is currently designed to allow time for partners to take green bins out of the way and with them into the auto zone. Improvements to not require partner help are in the works. Part of the reveal video was filmed by a quadcopter, so let's check it out from Team 2607.
Listen up, there's not a moment to spare. It's quite a drop from the top, so how you feeling down there? It's a cold, cruel, harsh reality. Caught, stuck here with your enemies. Who do you think you are? Tearing us all apart. Where did you think you could go? 'Cause everyone already knows it's 20 to 1. Yeah, so you better run. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more, but you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more, but you get nothing from me. You got the world on its knees. You're taking all that you please. You want more, you get nothing from me. You like the burden we bear. You love the hate that we share. You want more, you get nothing from me. But enemies, enemies,
First off, good music choice. Second off, I mean, they're just confident and good at what they do. You know, just deliver them to the platform, go and get more, put the bin on top. Just great job.
So, and another great example of a team that has capable 3-tote autonomous. It'd be interesting to see if a 3-tote autonomous by itself is an automatic eliminations pick. Like, will a 3-tote autonomous robot go unpicked at most regionals, or is it you have it, it's an auto pick? It's just too valuable. You only need one on your alliance, right?
Right.
So really, there was only maybe room for 8, but who knows?
However, like especially that works out because they said they're working on one to not require their partner's help. But if you do pick them, then your other people need to get those bins out of the way if they're just a straight shot to get them. So, but we'll see. I think if you can do a 3, I think that's a buy-in. I think if you can do that, then you got it made in the shade.
All right, thanks guys for another great video. Ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Team 3506, Yeti Robotics, and their robot Frostbite. You catch them at Georgia Southern Classic Regional and the North Carolina Regional. I like that. The Georgia Southern Classic. It's a good
Southern Classic.
It's a good regional name. Frostbite does it all. Stacks totes with pneumatic cylinders and scores recycling bins on the top of stacks with motorized belts on a roller claw. Runs a hybrid tank and OmniDrive and has the capacity to hold 3 totes and 3 recycling bins all at the same time.
All right, let's check it out. Check it out.
Check it out.
3506.
Winter is coming.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away. But you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that build yourself, your spirit never dies. Farewell, I've gone to take my throne above. But don't weep for me, 'cause this will be the labor of my love. Here we are, don't turn away now. We are the warriors that build this town. From dust.
Cool. I mean, that's
That
just the.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll save this for later. And
Exactly
this
right,
one.
and that might be key. You know, as we were talking about earlier, as the game progresses and there's stacks being built in various locations, having to drive and get that tote that maybe you can't see, or that container maybe you can't see behind a stack of totes. If you know you need two of them, grab two while you can early in the match,
For sure.
and they're there with you. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Great job.
All right, up next we have the test team, Team 303 with the robot Sparky. They'll be at the Mount Olive District, the North Brunswick District, and the New York Tech Valley Regional. So custom all-gear sheet metal drive base with custom articulating H-drive, 3-total autonomous, without knocking the bins down. That's what we were just talking about. So let's check out Team 303.
The Clifton District Chairman's Award is the most prestigious award at first.
Our second MAR FRC Championship Chairman's Award winner
Proud to congratulate Team 303
is Team 303.
I think that was a really cool,
Yeah.
more than just a reveal video. It kind of
More-
shows you
yeah,
that little,
a little bit about their team.
yeah.
Which
And
is
then-
which is kind of a great strategy when there's in an event like this.
Yeah. I think it was a well put together video. I think
Yeah.
just kind of showing you what's been going on in their team the past few years. I know we've talked about them either last year or the year before. So, great job, guys. Well done. I think that's another spin on a video that is just really creative and ingenuitive.
Yep.
We'll do a couple more. We'll take a quick 5-minute break or something like that.
Yeah. Just
Or just keep plowing along.
no, we can take a short
And
break.
after a couple
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
All right, so now we're on to Team 2386, Trojans. The robot's name is Roxanne. They're competing at Arkansas Rock City and North Bay Regionals. Robots from previous years, including this year's hockey sticks on the robot. Nice. 4-sim drive with Anymar extensions mechanisms geared for approximately 8 feet per second. Elevator pickup powered by one mini-sim and custom 40-to-1 worm box. The carriage powered by one mini-sim and a custom 40-to-1 worm box. They really like that 40-to-1 worm box. Ideally, 4 stacks at a time but can stack up to 6 if necessary. I think they might maybe 4 totes at a time. Back arm allows for flipping totes upright. Carriage with claw is attachable and fully independent of the elevator for picking up recycling bins.
All right. And here we go. 2386, the Trojans.
I say y'all having a good time out there. fruta. They can't, they won't, they never will stop the party. They can't, they won't, they never will stop the party. I say y'all having a good time out there.
Cool.
Great robot.
The conveyor belts are so cool. Just when they put them down, just
Yep, very
just
odd.
when they
Very
settle
cool.
really nice. So
So
cool.
I think that, I mean, I kind of saw in the chat a little bit. Overall, I love what the lack of like strict rules as far as design size goes has created just so many cool and widely varying designs. And even though some of them are very, very similar, I always seem to find like that one little thing about each robot that's just a little bit different.
Yeah.
That's really, really, really cool. Like, for an example, the Swamp Thing. You watched their video?
Nah,
They just have this like little linkage that goes out and grabs a tote and pulls it away from the landfill so they can pick it up.
Yeah.
It's just a small little thing that just kind of, each robot seems to have a very small little detail that makes it really cool.
Yeah. All right, up next we have Team 948 NRG, the Newport Robotics Group, with the robot name Edward Scissorlift. They'll be at Glacier Peak and the Auburn events. Edward Scissorlift uses a scissor lift, no surprise, to raise and lower the totes. He can load in from the chute or from the landfill. He has 2 traction wheels and 2 Omni wheels and a vertical electronics board. Let's check out Edward Scissorlift as soon as I find it. Oh, we're on the 3rd row.
We're getting there, guys.
We're getting there. I was going to say something about the robot, but I forgot.
Oh, Edward Scissorlift is pretty cool. I think it's hard to. I'm a little biased to it at this point, but like I think it's hard in FRC to do a scissor lift well. That's pretty well done.
I remember
You don't see
it was because the way those totes come out, they just, instead of trying to write it there, they're just that powered intake just grabs it and pulls it right in. Very cool. Very nice job. Up next, we have Team 1610. Is it you or me?
You did Edward Scissorlift.
I did.
1610, the Builders of Tomorrow. They will be competing at the Virginia and Chesapeake Regionals. The video is a build season video of Practice Bot. And now be able to get video of the competition robot due to snow. I think a lot of teams can probably relate to that. So it's featuring an all-Vex everything. All-Vex everything. Chassis and drivetrain. 6-inch Omnis with H-style drive. Fifth wheel only drops when needed. That's pretty cool. Pulley-powered 4-bar linkage. Mini-sim-driven 4.5 diameter custom spool. Lifts ground to 4 totes high in under 4 seconds. Rear arm obtains recycling container from the step without moving totes. And pneumatically actuated intake arms with powered Bambot wheels to center totes. Team 1610.
Been running up the same old hill so many a times that I forgot who's they know I'm good, but I know what that's good for. I'm only waiting for the world to count me in. Meanwhile, the rest of my life is waiting to begin. But I believe I heard that wishing ain't no sin, so I keep wishing, wishing I could win.
That reach though, that's awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah, just that's cool that they can just reach out and grab it. Oh man, that's cool. Very well.
Great job. The builders of tomorrow.
Up next, you have 3966, the L&M STEM Punks with the robot Calypso. They'll be competing at the Smoky Mountains Regional. Their arms raise and lower via rack and pinion. Tote elevator operates via pneumatics. OmniDrive coded in Python. And more details will be up soon on their website. Their video is in 60 frames per second. So this is the L&M STEM Punks, team 3966. I think I need to get that soundtrack.
Right? That was really good. And we were discussing through the whole time about the 60 frames per second video. What?
Yeah, and
what a
about
difference.
like how we're like we were talking about earlier, where different teams do their
Practicing, yeah, in different
And
areas.
What about the robot? I mean, it's just just pulls it in, powered actuator, pretty good. It's gonna do well. You are up, team 4954.
4H Palindrome Robotics. Their robot is Radar. Week 1 at H&H, Week 5 at Upper Darby, and Week 6 at North Brunswick Mar District events. Our robot, Radar, is built robustly with many functions that satisfy the needs of this year's game. They use an H frame with 5-sim H drive. 2 sides include pneumatic piston-powered front pickup and motorized back claw pickup. Team 4954.
Cool.
That was really cool. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just saying, just the box. I mean, they're in there and they're not going anywhere inside of that box. So, what were you gonna say?
I just thought that was just a cool thing at the end that the robot's name is Radar, and the end the video kind of fade out to that beep,
Yeah.
beep, that radar sound.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Really cool.
Great job in that video.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Sam, ready for a break whenever you are.
I was gonna say we'll go till maybe 25-12 because we'll just keep them in suspension. That group that tweeted us. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. We'll take a break.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. Up next, we got 2338 Garrett Ford with their robot Phantom. They'll be at Wisconsin and the Midwest regionals. They have a wheeled intake that allows them to quickly build stacks within the bot and from both the landfill and the human player. Wheels on our grabber used with a pusher allows them to expel the stacks from the robot for use with capping existing stacks and creating a quad-partition stack. In early practice, they have seen cycle times that would allow us to clear the human player zone or landfill zone of totes entirely. Wow. We can also pick up cans in any orientation, so simply clearing totes is not our main strategy. In fact, they prioritize their yet-to-be-completed neutral can grabbers very high and are making it the focus of the 4 weeks leading to their first regional, which would be in Wisconsin. So this is 2338 Garrett Forward.
As a child, you would wait and watch from far away, but you always knew that you'd be the one to work while they all play. In youth, you'd lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
Yeah, Garrett Forward.
Wow.
The 2 sets of powered rollers.
Yeah,
are nice.
the little mini rollers on the lift arms is really cool. I'd love to see how those are powered, whether it's belt or chain or how that's driven. Especially because they have to move up and down, so it's cable management there is an issue. That's
that
really,
one
really
shot
cool.
of, I'm sorry, that one shot of getting those toes out of that tight spot, that tight corner is just key.
Yeah.
Just being able to get that. So, all right, 2984.
The Vikings. Oh man, they got a. So you want to hear where they're headed this year? Las Vegas, San Diego, maybe FRC Championship, maybe IRI, the Miss America pageant, and Space Jam. And they have custom transmissions, so let's check it out.
We're back.
So they have custom transmissions, so their practice day is going to be a little rough, I think. But
unless we just got trolled, which we may have.
That's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable.
Right.
I'm comfortable enough with our show.
2601, the Steelhawks. With their robot Raptor, they'll be in the New York City and the Long Island regional. Raptor's rollers and side hooks are rapidly interchangeable between matches, allowing them to cater to their alliance member specialties. Interesting. The roller intake has a reach which allows for obtaining recycling containers from the step. Their drive team is an Omni H drive with tension center wheel, providing it with strafing ability for complex maneuvering. Here's 2601, the Steelhawks. simplistic, elegant, plays the game how it's going to be played, and plays it how it's going to be successful at these competitions.
Yep, less is more sometimes. Each drive is just so popular this
Yeah,
year.
it really is.
I'm
I
not
don't-
surprised.
well-
I guess it makes sense for the game. But like, I feel like 2 years ago it wasn't even really a thing in FRC in general. Probably, obviously, due to the lack of defense in this year's game, makes it maybe a little more viable than in the past. But another great use of it, and I think it's really going to be an advantage.
All right, we're gonna do two more. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. So we're gonna do starting with 4536, the Minute Bots with the robot Zenith. They'll be at the Minnesota 10,000 Lakes Regional. Zenith features a 4-sim drop center drive, a sim-powered 2-drum winch linear elevator, and 22-inch extendable arms. It also features a back piston for lining up with the recycling containers and automated stacking capabilities. This is 4536, the Minute Bots.
Well, everybody hurts, but sometimes everybody cries.
Stick out, right?
That
Am
was
I right?
that was one of the ones we couldn't wait to get to. Like, how cool is that? Just like watching the 148 video and then
has
just
to go
hits the
work
gym. That is so cool.
Oh my gosh, one of the best ones here.
Chat literally blew up.
It really did.
That was so cool.
Oh my gosh, great job. The Minute Bots. Oh man.
Fantastic.
All right, 4513 or 5413.
5413, Stellar Robotics. The robot's name is Guido. Greater Pittsburgh Regional and Buckeye Regional is where they'll be competing. The drivetrain's just a standard KitBot drivetrain. The elevator is a single stage powered by a sim through a 10-to-1 versaplanetary gearbox. Geared for about 40 inches per second, linear speed, able to lift a full stack of totes. The gripper's pneumatically actuated double 4-bar linkage gripper. Can grab totes lengthwise and widthwise, and can grab a recycling container upright, lengthwise, and sideways. Guido was designed for simplicity and robustness, two great qualities. Other than the drivetrain, it only has 2 axes of control, 1 motor for the elevator, and 1 solenoid for the gripper. We finished build season after 3 weeks and have 3 weeks of driver practice. Fantastic.
Let's see what they got. Hey, what's up? No, just how they can, take the bid in different orientations. They, part of their designing criteria, that's what they did, and I think that's cool. It's going to be successful. You can add to stacks that are already there. No matter what team put them there, you can add to it. So that was team 5413.
So 5413, a rookie team, built a great robot in 3 weeks. Great. And now the rest of us can feel bad about ourselves.
I mean, I don't know if they ever practiced robot or not, but I mean that's the way to go.
Yeah.
You can bag and tag feeling confident about, having enough practice.
It's a great job.
Yeah. So I guess that's where we're gonna take a quick break. I know 2512 is on deck, and they tweeted us. They're all watching together. So a little. I don't know.
So as far as they're concerned, we couldn't have picked a worse time to take a break.
Did that on purpose.
Okay, good.
So none of them are probably going to go to the bathroom or
Right.
get a drink or anything, but all of us can. It's 9:41 on the East Coast here. We'll be back probably 9:45, 9:46.
Sounds good.
So we'll see you guys in a couple minutes.